Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ro. I'm a self-diagnosed shopaholic, and today we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different to my normal videos. Today we're going to be reviewing and doing a first impressions on the new Fenty Beauty bronzer highlighter palette. I'm very excited for this one. When I saw this palette, I was so in love with it. I love everything about Fenty Beauty. Their formula is amazing. So I'm very excited to try this out. But if you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications to know when I post my next video. I post Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, so please stick around and join the family, and let's just get started. Before we get started, I just want to apologize for my background. It is such a mess and I'm so sorry about it. This is my normal makeup table, and it's the only spot that I know how to do my makeup is like with this mirror in front of me and this whole setup, and I am so sorry that it is a mess. I will try, if I decide to film more of these makeup review and tutorial videos, I will definitely try to figure out how to make my background a little bit more cleaner. But let's just dive right into this palette. So here she is. This is called the Stalk'R Face Plus Eye Bronzer Highlighter Palette. It's pretty long. This is the new Fenty palette. Here is what it's supposed to look like on the inside. So this one, when I was looking at it, I normally use the India Sun bronzer from Fenty. I love this bronzer so much. I have not tried the other ones because I feel like the other ones were a little bit darker. So today I'm actually going to be not trying my normal out, but I'm going to be trying these ones out. And then we're also having some highlighters, which I'm very excited about. So let's take a look at this palette together. I haven't opened it, so I'm very excited to open it with you guys. Okay. Ooh, the packaging is so nice. Ooh, okay. Let's see, because it's a mirror, so like you guys can look at yourself. So here is the palette. It says Fenty Beauty in the middle, and then the back it also has the shades. So let's open her up. Ooh. Oh, she has this like, oh, there we go. Okay. So here she is. So this is my normal bronzer that I use, and these are the new ones I'm going to try out. I'm probably going to lean more towards this because these might be a little bit too dark, but they do say that this is an eye palette as well. So I will also be doing my very natural eye makeup with these shades that are a little darker for my skin tone, and these highlighters are so pretty. I can't wait to dig my fingers into these. So let me show you guys the swatches first, and then we will see how they apply on my face. Okay, we're gonna start off with the bronzers, and then we'll go into the highlighter. So the first shade is going to be In the Sun, which is a really light bronzer. And then we're gonna go into Private Island, a little bit darker. And then the third one is Caramel Cutie. And then we're going to go into Cocoa Naughty. The last one is going to be Thick Mint. And all these swatches I am doing like a 2 swipe and then putting it on there for you guys. So now we're going to do some highlighters, which I'll do over here. The first one is going to be Fat Glass. So I'm trying to read it over there. Oh, this looks really pretty. Okay. It's a little light on my skin. You guys can barely see that. But as a swatch, it was really pretty. Like, this looks really pretty. And then the other one is called Gold Card, which is darker. And then this also looks really pretty. And ooh, Gold Card is really pigmented. There's those ones again. Okay, we are up close and personal now. So I usually use, like I said, In the Sun for my normal bronzer, which is the first one. But today I will be using a shade darker on this palette. It's called Private Island, and then we're going to use these other ones on my eyes to hopefully create something really neutral and really pretty. And then I think today I'm going to use this as my highlighter and then probably this as an accent on my eyes. But we're going to start off with a bronzer. I'm going to use Private Island, which is the second shade right here. And I'm just going to use this brush. This is from e.l.f. This is my favorite bronzer brush. This is just like a fan, but like a very, what is this called? It's basically a fan brush, but it's very tight on the bristles. I completely lost, I had the word earlier and now I can't think of the word. Maybe I'll think about it later. But I'm going to be using this brush into the Private Island. I'm just going to dab it in. Should be, I think that's way too much and I kind of messed this up, but that's okay. So normally I like to put my bronzer right here. So I think this is way too much because I dabbed a little too much, but that's okay. We can blend it out, I think. Oh, I'm gonna look down into my mirror really quick because that looks a little crazy, but it looks, let me see. It actually doesn't look that crazy when I look at my own mirror normally, but when I'm looking at the camera, it's really orange. Like, this is really orange. See if I can blend this out a little bit. Not really. Okay. I'm gonna push my hair back. My hair is in my way. So, I also like to blend it into my hairline. I mean, it looks great when you're looking at me like straight, but when I turn to my side, I feel like it is a little bit more orange than what I normally like. But that's, we'll do the other side to see. But let's go back into this and we'll do the other side. So, I don't know. I don't know how much I like this orange. It is really orange. Or maybe it's just the camera making it super orange, because honestly when I look down on my normal mirror it doesn't look that orange, but on the camera, I don't know, the camera is kind of making me kind of not like this color right now. But let's blend it to my hairline. And this is just the way that I like to do my bronzer. There's so many different ways to do it, and I'm definitely, makeup is not my strong suit. I normally just like very minimalistic makeup looks because I cannot do anything crazy. So if I'm doing anything wrong, don't come at me. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more because I feel like the other side had a little bit more than this one did. Okay. It's okay. And then we're also going to take that same shade and we're going to bring it down to our jawline to taper that in a little bit as well. So I just like to go and like, so you guys can see like this line and then I see a little bit of this like popping out. That's where I normally like to put my bronzer to cut off whatever is poking out. And then just drag that down onto your neck, or onto my neck. And then that looks so good. I don't know, I'm actually kind of surprised about how I'm liking how this all is coming together, because honestly it is a little bit too orange when I look at it, but on camera actually if you look at like just me straightforward, my face is really taking it and I actually really like it. Okay, and then now we're going to be going in with that highlight. So I'm also using a e.l.f. brush. This is actually, I think, is called their highlighting brush. It's a little bit tapered at the end right here. So let's go into, what is this called? Oh, this one's called Fat Glass. So, oh, maybe this side showed up more, a little bit more. It's a very subtle highlight, which I don't mind it. So I think this is good. And then I think so far this is pretty good. So we're gonna pat in some of the lightest shade onto our eyes. I have to look down when I do this. I don't know if this is gonna get it. I just like to have a base, like a full light color base on before I do anything. So now I think we're gonna go in with Caramel Cutie, which is going to be the third shade right here. I'm patting a little bit on there, and then I'm just gonna go right here where a lid should be and start blending that out. Kind of like, okay. Then we're just gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then now we're gonna go in with Cocoa Naughty, which is going to be this shade right here. I'm gonna be using like the flat side of this brush and just tapping it into the pan like that. And then we're going to be also just adding this to the outer corners. So how I normally do my makeup is really just having a base and then adding all like everything else that I want to add in layers towards the outer corner. It's like a slight darker. And we're going to be using Thick Mint, which is going to be this dark shade over here. And then same thing, I'm just tapping the top part of my brush onto the pan. And then doing the same thing, finding the outer corner and just rubbing it on the outer corner. Then I'm going to bring it down a little bit to the waterline. And I'm actually going to go in with a little bit more because I kind of want that outer corner to be a little darker. Okay, actually, that is not the final thing that I'm going to do. I totally forgot that I wanted to try the highlighter. This one is in Gold Card, which is going to be the darker highlighter here. And then we're going to put it right here, hopefully. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference on the camera, but there is like a slight glitter sheen to that. And I think that is it for the final look. And then now I'm just going to put some eyeliner on and some mascara, and then we'll come back and do the final conclusion on this palette. Here is the final look. I absolutely love it. I love this palette. Like, I literally love this palette, and I'm so excited that this exists. Because here's my little comparison that I wanted to share with you guys. So I've had, this is just like the single bronzer. And then this is my favorite one, which is the Indosun one. And this one is 6.23 grams. This is what I get in here. And the palette, which comes with 2.55 grams of the bigger pans, not the smaller, the small highlight ones are 1.13 grams. So with that being said, yes, this palette is $48, but you are getting a full-on palette that you can do your whole face with. Like, I did my eyes, did my cheeks, the highlight is in there, everything is in there, and I feel like for that price point that you're getting such a huge variety off of this palette, I do think that it is worth it, and I would actually probably prefer this palette than buying the single bronzers. Like, I've had this for 2 years and I haven't even hit pan yet. Like, this is all I've used in the past 2 years. I haven't even hit pan. So I feel like for me at least, I don't use very much and I don't need very much. So this palette I think is actually the way to go for me, because then I get all these extra things that I didn't know that I needed in my life, but they work absolutely amazing. And I think this is honestly a perfect palette for me. I really like it. I really like the neutral. They blend really well and they are great colors. And I love the variety of what this palette has to offer. So I do think that is worth it in my opinion, because I already use the Fenty bronzers. So having to buy multiple of something that I probably won't use a lot of one color of, I think this is actually the better bet than buying a single one of these, which is, I believe, is 28, and this whole palette is 48, which gives you 5 different shades plus 2 highlighters. So it's really, if you guys are really going to use all these shades right here, which is all very neutral shades, which I think that everybody would use, this is a better value in my opinion than to buy a single bronzer if you guys were looking for a bronzer, so that you guys have other shades to try out with. But I just love it. It's so perfect. Like, this is right up my alley. I haven't been so excited about a palette in a very long time, so that's why I wanted to do a makeup first impressions with you guys, because I was really excited when I first saw this. And this is a little bit different from what my normal videos are, but I kind of want to add some of these videos in here, so please let me know how you guys felt about this one. If you guys liked it, disliked it, please let me know in the comments. And I would also love to talk to you guys in general, so leave me comments. And if you guys did like this video, please give this video a like, and also hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on notifications to know when I post my next video, and I hope to talk to you guys soon.